Hey there, Max here. Been working on Bendy the Ink Machine, managed to finish the story last week. Gonna get into the bonus content now and maybe revisit chapter 3, where I took what's known as the Bendy branch. There's also the Alice branch. Might be a little slow to launch. I'm downloading the games for the next stream on Wednesday, and one of them is 128 gig. That one is Starfield. I heard it got mixed reviews. Maybe because it didn't live up to its reputation. I wonder how much of that reputation was caused by being a 128 gig download. Gonna have to play with some things. In chapter 5, you learn that there are hidden messages all around. I tried to see them, but I couldn't read them. I think because my brightness was too high. I had pegged the brightness for the sake of chapter 3. Let's try dropping that down a little. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Archives. Sure, let's try that. That got unlocked when I beat the game. Oh, lots of text. Okay. Welcome to the archives. I'm gonna have to zoom on that. Crappy old eyes and all. Bendy the Ink Machine began when the developer cartoonist known as the Meatley experimented with bringing a sketched 2D style into a 3D world. After turning the idea into a horror game, Chapter 1 of the game was created in a little under a week with programmer friend Mike Desjardins and released on February 10th in 2017. Much to their surprise, it struck a chord with global indie gamers almost overnight. Immediately, Mike Desjardins decided to drop all other projects to work on Bendy and tell a most unique ink story. The entire game was completed a chapter at a time in a year and a half by a small but dedicated group of indie developers. Although the concept and story remained as originally intended, the game changed over development as characters and models were refined from their early thrown together versions. This archive is a peek behind the scenes at that progress. Okay, so it's not as much bonus content as it is making of. Okay, sure. Oh, look, it's a museum. Now, does the viewfinder do anything? The viewfinder does nothing. Interesting. Original Ink Machine. Before a major visual upgrade, this version of the Ink Machine was the one used in the game. Much of this machine's iconic fan-loved design has translated into the final version. I think that's the thing that I raised out of the pit before. So, what? This is literally a museum. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, that's not creepy at all. Concept Bendy. This is the first version of Bendy ever modeled. In the earliest concepts, Bendy was much smaller and cuter, with a face that's split open to reveal a terrifying mouth. They went to some trouble here. Alpha Bendy. I thought that was what was in the tunnel. This is the original game used design of Ink Bendy from the earliest version of Chapter 1. It is jokingly referred to as bird poop with a smile among the development team. That's closer to the version that I ran into in Chapter 5. Okay, maybe I saw that in the tunnel. Beta Bendy. This was the Bendy's form until the release of Chapter 4. Yes, this is a version that's on the tunnel. At that time, the game received a major visual upgrade and the title character got a new model as well. But he does in fact smile. Ooh, he's dripping. Ink Bendy. As we know him today, although similar to Beta Bendy, this upgraded version was remodeled, enhanced with a higher polygon count, and given new ink effects. Beast Bendy. Ink Bendy's horrific final form in Chapter 5 pulled away the cartoon facade and revealed the demon underneath. Within, whatever. Beta Searcher. Yeah, okay, these are the guys that I was calling Ink Spawn. Early in development, with just a few weeks to create Chapter 2, the beta searchers were designed in record time before being fully retooled for later on. They were the first fighting enemies encountered in the game. Yeah, I did chapters 1 and 2 in a single sitting in the first look at the game. And chapter 1 was all just running around doing puzzles and stuff. It was ominous, but there weren't any actual threats. And then in chapter 2, you get your first weapon. Final Searcher. The Final Searchers were far more robust in appearance. They were smoother with better ink effects and more human appearance. Sure. Beta Sammy. Where's Alpha Sammy? Well, anyway, I think that's the guy that... It was one of these guys that abducted me, chained me up, and was going to feed me to the Ink Demon. With his first appearance in Chapter 2, fan favorite Sammy Lawrence became a terrifyingly entertaining character. When his slim build was deemed not threatening enough, he was redesigned and given a better skeletal rig for more advanced animation. I don't know, the whole Slender thing made him not less human and therefore more scary. Final Sammy. Sammy Lawrence's form came complete with a bulked-up stature and more powerful limbs. The mad songwriter may finally get noticed now, at least by fans. Random Ink Spawn. There's an Alice, I believe. Whereas that is Allison. I wonder where Alice went wrong. Whereas Allison went right. That would be Tom, I think. The one that worked with Allison. Beta Boris. with his chest ripped open. Papa was the original name of the character that eventually became Boris the Wolf. This early version was released with Chapter 1. It was quickly refined into the Boris we know today with the release of Chapter 2. Boris the Wolf. Much more Goofy-esque. Boris the Wolf, a friend to the end, was designed using various references from cartoons of the 1920s. A blend of West Coast and East Coast animation styles, this silent and supportive wolf won over the hearts of many, although at times he was a headache for the development team due to his AI taking on a mind of its own during production. AI, huh? And that was the one in the music room. Brute Boris. Alice Angel's monstrosity, Brute Boris, was one of the biggest surprises of Chapter 4. His design was roughly based on the Frankenstein monster, but with a more unfinished appearance. Alice took parts from within him and substituted things that his body is rapidly becoming. Okay. So is that all there is? I mean, there are these parts. Ah, yes. The Butcher Gang. The Piper, Striker, and Fisher make up the dreaded Butcher Gang. And interestingly, the ink corrupted versions of the characters were designed first, and then were reverse engineered back into their more family friendly cartoon versions. Sure, those are totally family friendly. And is that it for the room? There's a door. Danger, keep out. Well, we can't have that. What do you mean I can't get in? So is that it for the bonus content? Gonna keep that shot. And I guess that's it. Oh, that was... Well, that was... Okay, I'd like to take a look at... Hello there. Sorry I didn't notice you right away. Lyra, welcome to chat. I have finished Bendy in the Ink Machine and I'm just looking over some bonus content and revisiting some of the chapters. See, in Chapter 5, you're given a thing to see hidden messages on the walls. And I want to see if that works in earlier chapters as well.
All right. right, Joey. I'm
And
here.
it does.
Let's see if we can find what you wanted me to see.
All sorts of messages. Turned back, which I can read now. I had the brightness turned up way too high. What on earth would that be? Maybe the number of times Henry died? Don't turn on the machine! Yeah, well. Joey drew nothing. Clever. Death in every direction. Not all dreams come true. Wow. Well, I know nothing hostile happens in Chapter 1.
This lift could use a few dry cells.
Things to interact with. But yes, if I want to replay the entire game, I can see all the hidden messages. Like this one. There never was a choice. There was always a choice. Dude. So I guess I can think of these messages as director's commentary. Hmm. Well, I mean, I could replay it. It's interesting seeing where there aren't messages. Or maybe it's just that there aren't messages yet. So I wonder where that other battery was. It's been a while since I played Chapter 1. I missed the arrow. I'm sorry, buddy. So what, are these messages from Joey Drew? I guess it's possible. He was born here. I mean, I suppose it's possible.
Looks like they knocked out a wall or two after I left. Guess it took a few people to replace me.
The little moats are interesting. Can I get a little privacy? Well, maybe you could if there was a better door. Ah, yes, the bacon soup. There's cans of it. It's a collectible. You can get achievements for finding all the bacon soup in each level. But for now, I'm trying to find a battery.
Hey,
And
it's my old desk. I wasted so much time in this chair.
What am I missing? Where is the room with the battery? Or the thing with the battery? Or the something with a battery? Don't make me watch my own VOD to remember where things are. Come on. Oh, there it is. Jeez. Max is blind.
Let's see what you're hiding down there, old friend.
Yep, that's the original ink machine in the museum. Okay, the objective is to turn it on. I think that was what was producing the ink horrors. Could be wrong. How do I get down there? Not that way. But does that mean that the ink horrors don't manifest unless... Yes, this was closed before. Are any of these... Bacon soup, by the way. Listening and always watching. do I get down there? I've forgotten. So many things boarded up. Ah, is that useful?
I better get overtime for this.
Entirely ornamental so far? Because this opened up. And there's Bendy. It was so gratifying to find an axe the first time and chop through these damn Bendy figures. Don't be scared. Why not? Should I even be here? He kept saying turn back. What is the significance
Alright, how do I get this to work?
ink machine? No pressure. See? Like I said, so satisfying to chop through the damn
It's here.
things.
Oh my god. Joey, what were you doing?
She's heartless. She? I think that's a Boris. So I guess that's referring to Alice Angel. Want to call it an altar? Does that mean it's an altered state? Did I just make a loop? I think I just made a loop. Some of these drawers are still locked. What am I looking for again? Ah, tape player.
At this point, I don't get what Joey's plan is for this company. The animations sure aren't being finished on time anymore, and I certainly don't see why we need this machine. It's noisy, it's messy, and who needs that much ink anyway? Also, get this. Joey had each one of us donate something from our workstation. We put them on these little pedestals in the break room to help appease the gods, Joey says. Keep things going. I think he's lost his mind. But hey, he writes the checks. But I tell you what, if one more of these pipes burst, I'm out of here.
More soup. Can't have enough soup. Freedom. No, peekaboo. Silly me. The weird thing is, and whatever can I, where to go? was weird. A valve. Okay, well, I'm not going to replay the whole game here. That's not what I'm here for at the moment. So, let's have a look at Chapter 3. In Chapter 3, I had just escaped Sammy trying to sacrifice me to the ink demon, and much to my surprise, I found a manifestation of Boris the Wolf. That's not ominous at all. And there he is, my buddy, Boris the Wolf. Reminds me of home. Sure. I'm sorry, buddy. I think that's supposed to be Alice. Made up of composites.
I'm not getting out of here that easy. Need to open the door, but the lever is missing. Boris probably has it. Hey, buddy, you seen that lever handle around? Or are you holding it hostage until I make you something to eat? I thought so. Let's see what we got.
The funny thing is I collected a whole bunch of bacon soup cans before we ever got this far. And I don't have them now. I have to find whole new ones. Two. I think I need 3. Was there one in the bedroom? I think there might have been. Not these shelves already. Elevator shaft? Crawl space? Jeffrey's tube? Interesting. Mirror that one cannot see oneself in. Is that ominous or what? Well, the toilet sort of works. No soup in here.
That should be enough.
Okay. Is this soup yet? It's totally soup.
Here you go.
He's not even eating it. He just wanted to have it. I mean, he's ink spawn, so I don't really expect him to. Okay. And here comes Boris.
Let's see what's out there. Don't wander off.
Right, the hidey holes. Very useful if you're trying to evade pursuit. For some reason, you can just hop into one of these and nothing can find you.
Looks like it's really dark up ahead. Let's find some light.
Like that light?
Don't be scared, Boris. But keep the light near you so you don't get lost.
Where is... Ah, there it is.
Did you hear that? Yeah, me either.
Yeah, nice.
Another dead end. I don't see any other way through. You got any ideas, Boris?
He's looking at that wall. Oh. So I'm not supposed to go through just him? Aha. That's right. Two paths. Or maybe just two ways to go to the same place. Yes.
Wow. I don't remember any of this.
One really expects a message to be here.
always on time.
Odd.
Why is there always something blocking the door? Gotta be a way through.
Okay, let's see. You have to start up a machine. This machine, which is producing figurines. Does it need parts?
I don't be seeing what the big deal is. So what if I went and painted some of those Bendy dolls with a crooked smile? That's sure no reason for Mr. Drew to be flying off the handle at me. And if he really wants to be so helpful, he could be telling me what I'm to be doing with this warehouse I got full of that angel whatchamacallit. And a scrap of that mess myself. I'd probably have to melt it all down to be rid of it all.
I mean, I just have to get the machine active. How do I do that? I've forgotten. And it hasn't been that long. I need parts of something. I may need to throw a switch. Fix the toy machine. And the power goes here. And there's stuff stuck in the machine, which is why it wasn't running. Are we there yet? Those gears are turning. Turn on the toy machine. Toy machine's turned on. And the cage moves. Jump scare. There we go.
I see you there. A new fly in my endless web. Come along now. Let's see if you're worthy to walk with angels.
Alice is a bit of a bitch. Despite her angelic appearance. But you know, it's like the Joker said in The Killing Joke. All it takes is one bad day. You've had a bad day, haven't you? I can tell. Why else would you go around dressed like a flying rat? I took the demon the last time because I figured it would be more interesting content. Let's try the angel. Hear that? That's the sound of the other path closing.
Everything feels like it's coming apart. When I walked into the recording booth today, Sammy was there with that Allison. Apparently, I didn't get the memo. Alice Angel will now be voiced by Miss Allison Pendle. A part of him died when he said that. There's gotta be a way to fix this.
I see. That's where Allison came in. I mean, so far it's not looking that different. Hidey hole. Does it mean there's something dangerous coming? Fuck you, Bendy. Hello, Boris.
Boris? Oh, you scared me to death. Don't suppose you found anything we can use to protect ourselves with. This will do.
I remember this area. What happened then? Did I have to find my
Looks
own
like to
wrench?
open this, we're gonna need to throw 2 levers at once. You get this one. I'll find the other.
Surprising shortage of messages. Ah, the Butcher's Gang. The ink taints around the edge of the screen. That's damage. Fortunately, one heals quickly in this game. All you have to do is keep away from the hostiles. Did they just not do any commentary on Chapter 3? Okay, in that case, I think this just goes back to the main story. Alright, Boris, what are you afraid of? Elevator. We're now in the elevator. Which way do we go?
You're so interesting. So different. I have to say, I'm an instant fan. Looks like you've got a date with an angel. Come to me now. Level 9. Just follow the screams.
I don't see a difference between the path of the demon and the path of the angel. Not a fundamental one.
Come on, step out of your cage. There's a whole twisted world out here.
Another day, another dollar.
These blasted elevators. Sometimes they open, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they come, and sometimes they keep on going to hell and back. I keep telling these people, if Mr. Joey Drew keeps cutting corners like this, someone's sure to end up falling to their death. And it sure ain't gonna be me. I'm taking the stairs.
Does that unlock the stairs? Not yet, it doesn't. Why is he in such a hurry now? That's why. Dead Boris.
Look around. It took so many of them to make me so beautiful. Anything less than perfect was left behind. I had to do it. She made me.
She who?
Who would have thought? Me having lunch with Joey Drew. Apparently times are tougher than I thought. For a moment there, I thought I'd be stuck with the check. But I gotta say, he wasn't at all what I expected. Quite the charmer. He even called me Alice. I liked it.
See, I get the impression that some people were sort of absorbed and turned into ink spawn. Still not sure that's entirely the case.
Now we come to the question. Do I kill you? Do I tear you apart to my heart's delight? The choices of the beautiful are unbearable. How's a girl to choose? Take this little freak, for instance. He crawled in here, trailing his tainted ink to my door. It could have touched me. It could have pulled me back. Do you know what it's like? Living in the dark puddles? It's a buzzing, screaming well of voices. Bits of your mind swimming like fish in a bowl. The first time I was born from its inky womb, I was a wiggling, pussing, shapeless slug. The It made me an angel. I will not let the demon touch me again. I'm so close now. So almost perfect. Yes, I will spare you. For now. Better yet, I'll even let you ascend and leave this place. If you will do a few eensy-weensy little favors for me first. Return to the lift, my little errand boy. We have work to do.
Well, that sounds gruesome. Okay. Well, the path of the angel wasn't that different from the path of the demon, and there don't appear to be any new messages. Where'd Boris go? Right, he went back to the elevator.
My machines are hungry. Gather me some spare parts.
But I've already got him.
There are so few rules to our world now. So little truths. But there is one rule we all know and respect down here. Beware the ink demon. Stay out in the open for too long and he will find you. For if you see him, you'd better hide. If you don't, well, I enjoyed our date. Now, let us begin our work.
The ink spawn are pretty simple down here. And that's a save point. Well, it's not a save point, it's a respawn point. Or when I die. Not if. There were stairs. I remember stairs. And here they are. Anyway, I guess that's it for bonus content. Unless there's something in the stairs. B. B what? Be natural, Mr. Be natural. B. Kind. 2. People. I mean, it's a nice general sentiment, but I don't see it's immediately useful. You? I what? You meet on the way. Be kind to people you meet on the way. Right. Okay, still on the way here. Anything over this way? Basement full of ink. Right. I don't want to work here anymore. Why am I doing this? I kind of figured it was director's commentary. I think that's the elevator. He will set us free. No commentation. No comment on that. I hear thunder. I should probably pack this stream up. Alright, where were those stairs? I hadn't gotten to the top of them yet. Way. Up. Be kind to the people you meet on the way up. Is that Joey Drew expressing regrets? Because upward and onward. Because how could one resist this? Okay, because you're going to meet the same people on the way
Have you met him?
down.
The Ink Demon. They say he hears everything. Every creak of the floor. Every rustle of paper. I wouldn't run so fast if I were you. You never know what will draw him in.
Cabinet, anyone? Cabinet. Heidi Hood. We always fall. Usually, there's an indication of the ink demon coming. Okay, just had a quick light flash here. Yeah, I thought I got you.
One down.
It looks like the floor is bleeding. That's how you know the ink demon's coming. Anyway. Yeah, getting power blinks here.